Now, wait a minute. This is the first new thing we've developed in 5 years.
I got to get on the stick.
And if you don't get it, I'm going to have to start levying fines.
Believe me, I will.
All right.
Are you going to start fining the band like James Brown?
If you miss it once more, yeah.
Okay.
All right, this is beverage music. This is all new for 92. Tom couldn't be nicer, but I must tell you one thing. It was 2:30 in the afternoon. He was wearing makeup. So I'm just, you know, what kind of a guy puts on his makeup for a 6:30 newscast at noon? or is he leaving the house like that? No, Dave, I didn't see the little basketball game. I was in Moscow. You little weasel. I had my hands full over there. Okay, these are actual records I brought in last night. I was up late listening to some of my records, and I thought I'm going to bring these in and share them with the home viewers. Here's one. Ronald McDonald Visits America. Let's listen to a little bit of this. Ronald McDonald.
Hi there. I'm Ronald McDonald, and you and I are about to discover America together. We'll visit all the states and travel thousands of miles.
And then we'll find out what a clown smells like after 6 days in a van. People actually screaming themselves hoarse. Here's an old album from Wolfman Jack. We're going to be listening to Sweet Caroline. Here we go, Wolfman Jack.
One. Touching one. Reaching out. Touching me. Touching you.
Wolfman, can we get you a Ludens? Okay, this is Carlton Fredereicks, Ph.D. Let's listen to a little bit of this now. Carlton Fredereicks, Ph.D.
You're overweight, you have a bay window, your posture is bad, skin is blotchy, your eyes are bleary, or more specifically, there's infiltration of the cornea, the red blood vessels running into the white of the eye. I said you've got a bad case of dandruff. Your feet evidently bother you. You've got special shoes on.
Okay, great. Now can you tell us about Siskel? Okay, this is Mr. Rogers. The album is entitled You Are Special, and we'll be listening to Troll Talk.
Shiddly-dum-de-mooly, smoodly-dum-de-shidesy boom boom, shiddly-dum-de-mooly, tooly-moodly troll-de-boom. Shiddly-dum-de-mooly, moodly-dum-de-shidesy boom boom, shiddly-dum-de-mooly, tooly-moodly troll-de-boom.
I think he needs to ventilate the workshop when he's painting the puppets. But they liked it. Okay, let's go on. We're going to skip that one. Oh, can we skip one in a record collection? We can skip one. Ooh, yeah. We have the capability of skipping ahead in record collection. We are truly living in an age of miracles, ladies and gentlemen. Karate for beginners. Let's listen to this now. Karate
Punch
for
5.
beginners.
Punch 6. Punch 7. Punch 8. More power. Punch 9. Punch 10.
Sounds like a German shepherd trying to unload a bone, doesn't it? Once again, they're howling with delight. U-Haul Trailers, the name of the group is U-Haul Trailers, and we're going to be listening to Rock On with U-Haul. Here we go.
Rocking on with you all rolling across the USA. Rocking on with you all rolling across the USA.
This is an unbelievable coincidence. That's the same song that Mr. Big is going to do later on the show. I don't know. We didn't plan it. It just turned out. What an amazing
coincidence.
Fred Bear tells his secrets of hunting to Curt Gowdy. Here we go.
And really, if some of our teenage thrill seekers really want to go out and get a thrill, let them go up into the Northwest and tangle with a grizzly bear, a polar bear, and a brown bear. They'll get their thrills that way.
I agree with you. Hey, listen, we could talk here all night. We've got to go hunting in the morning. Or say we hit the sack, huh?
Good idea.
Curt sounds like kind of a thrill seeker himself, doesn't he? Okay. All right, we're going down to the last one. Here we go, and as you can see, I have an album here entitled "It's Time for Regis," and yeah, and we'll be listening to "Toot Toot Tootsie Goodbye." Time for Regis.
Yes, sir. Bye bye, Toots. Bye bye, Tootsie. Sock it to him, Tootsie.
Now you understand why Regis and I don't carpool anymore. There you go. Actual records from my personal home record collection. We have to do a commercial. Chevy Chase will be out here in a minute. Thanks for being on. Hey, let's do this. Last night, as a matter of fact, we had the Girls here, on loan from Pepsi, Light, and Ray Charles. Right. This is the only new thing we've done in the last 5 years. Whenever I take a drink of a beverage, Paul does this. Get ready, Paul, go. Yeah. For some reason, we still haven't quite got the timing of that ironed right up.
I tightened up my timing, and then it seemed to be too short.
You know what I did last night, Paul? I got home later than usual, and I was kind of restless, and I don't know, I wasn't hungry, I wasn't tired, I didn't want to watch any television, or as I call it, the tube.
Yeah.
The boob tube.
Yeah.
So I got out my old, started going through my old records. I went down in the cellar down there by the furnace, and I started just kind of flipping through them, and I said to myself, you know, we've got some great records here of my own. I'll bring them in and share them with the studio audience and the vast North American viewing public. So tonight, I'm going to once again share with you a little installment of something we call Dave's Record Collection. Terrific. Paul, do you have a little?
It's 1992. Most people are into CDs. But Dave's into vinyl, and that's final with me.
Yeah! He's a genius! He's a... You is a genius.
Oh, man, that's so nice of you.
Here's my first record, actual records from my actual home Dave's record collection. It's The Living Voices. It's called Positively 4th Street and Other Message Folk Songs. And right now we're going to be listening to Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone. Here we go.
Once upon a time, you dressed so fine, you threw the bumps of dime in your prime. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Sounds to me like these hippies are all hopped up on something.
What are they on?
I don't know.
What are they on?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
Some of that, exactly. Here's our old friend Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers, Won't You Be My Neighbor is the name of the album. And we're going to be listening to a song called Tree, Tree, Tree. Fred Rogers, Tree,
I'll sing
Tree,
it first, and you can learn it. Then we'll sing it together. Tree, tree, tree. Tree, tree, tree. Tree, tree, tree. Tree, tree, tree.
Honestly, Fred, how much time did you spend writing that song? Here is a stereo test record for home and laboratory use. All right, listen to this.
This is the left channel. This is the left channel.
Yeah.
This is the right channel. This is the right channel.
Now, if you folks at home don't have the stereo television, I really feel sorry for you, because here it's unbelievable what the experience is. What a... Like those hippies say, it's quite a head trip then.
Yeah.
Hey, them hippies is hopped up on something.
What were they on? What were they on?
Something Dad would always say. He stumbled in out of the garage. I'm sure Dad would be pleased with that memory. Here's an album called Learn to Skate with Dick Button. And here, you're getting ahead of yourselves, folks. Here, Dick Button tells us about stopping.
Okay. Now that you've learned how to skate forwards or backwards, you should learn how to stop. There are several ways to do this. Number one, you can fall down. I don't recommend that. Number two, you can skate right into the barrier and possibly hurt yourself, but it will stop you.
Hey, wait a minute. Learning to skate is hard enough. We don't need your lousy sarcasm, Dick. Here we have something called spontaneous in-the-cab recordings of New York taxi drivers. Let's listen to this. Spontaneous in-the-cab recorded conversations with New York cab drivers.
See, I have a sister-in-law, and his wife would come down and tell you, how can you leave Jay out? She'd come down for 4 months and tell you, how can you do a thing like that? People will talk about it. You didn't send a birthday card. She came down for 2 weeks after and then talked about it for 2 years. What do you think of Sarah forgot her Abel's birthday? What do you know about that?
You know, maybe cab drivers who don't speak English really isn't that bad an idea. We're moving on. We're going right ahead here now to Sounds of Insects, recorded and annotated by A.T. Gall. Let's listen now to Fly in Summertime, Sounds of Insects. Here we go.
The drone of the germ-laden housefly is a common sound of the warmer months.
It's like an afternoon at the beach, isn't it? Here we have a record from John Wayne. It's America, Why I Love Her. John Wayne, here we go. The title.
Have you seen the mighty Tetons? You watched an eagle soar? Have you seen the Mississippi roll along Missouri's shore? Have you felt a chill at Michigan when on a winter's day her waters rage along the shore in thunderous display? Does the word aloha make you warm? You stare in disbelief when you see the surf come roaring in at Waimea Reef?
Okay. Yes. No. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Sidney Poitier meets Plato. Let's listen as the Academy Award winner reads aloud from the works of one of the world's great philosophers.
Still, I stoutly contend that by beauty, all beautiful things become beautiful. This I shall say of everything, for all things exist only insofar as they participate in some idea. So we live because our life partakes of the eternal idea of life, and thus our souls are eternal.
Hal, let me hear that fly again. Someone get that boy a tissue. Here we go, our final record from my record collection, Ethel Merman. It's the Ethel Merman Disco album, and we're going to listen to There's No Business Like Show Business. Get ready. Well, you know, they've finally done it. They've managed to combine two of my least favorite kinds of music into one hit album. There's the fly. We have to do a commercial. We'll be back with Jay Leno. You know, Paul, I got home a little early last night, and I was down in my rec room, and I was thinking, you know, I got a lot of records. I must have thousands, literally thousands and thousands of records, and I don't play them that much anymore, except, you know, the slumber parties and stuff. But I said to myself, maybe what I'll do again, I do this periodically, bring in a batch of records, and I'll share them with you folks. It's a fairly extensive collection that I have there at the house. Listen to a couple of these. It's actual records out of my record collection. This is from an album called The Circus in Town. It's by Merle Evans and his Circus Band, and we're gonna listen to something called Miss Trombone. Here we go. Listen to this.
The Parade of the Clowns, in which the entire Hippodrome track is surrendered to the tomfoolery of the pranksters.
Boy, you can almost smell the unlaundered costumes, can't you? Here's something called the Basic Principles of Kreskin's ESP. Here we go, listen to this. The Basic Principles of Kreskin's ESP. Here we go.
Is the number of brothers and or sisters you have 7?
No. No.
Is it 6? Would that be the number?
No, no.
Do you have 5?
No.
5 brothers
No.
and or
No, I don't.
sisters. How about 4?
No. No, Kreskin.
Is 4 the correct number?
No, I'm sorry, it's not.
Would the correct number, by any chance, be 3?
No. No. No.
If it isn't 3, what about 2?
Yes! Yes, it is! It's 2! Unbelievable! Man! Woo! Wow, that's scary. I don't know what that is, but what is that, witchcraft?
Well,
he doesn't even know my family, and yet he gets it, just like, woo!
Yeah.
He goes like into a trance or something, and then you get Kreskin guessing the number of brothers and sisters.
Tries, he can do
Oh,
wonders.
man, we ought to take a break. Here's the new John TESH CD. It's called The Games. Yeah,
John TESH.
Yes.
Wow.
I borrowed it from Kreskin. We're going to be listening to April Song, the new John TESH CD. Here we go, April Song. Okay, we know that Mary Hart's voice triggers seizures. And now we know that John TESH's music induces drowsiness. 2, bingo, right on the head. He hit it 2, wham, out of the blue.
Those are the basic principles of his magic.
This is A Night with Nicole, a French woman's thoughts of love. And the cut we'll be listening to is Tell Me I'm Foolish to Love You. Here we go, Nicole, a French woman's thoughts of love.
When you gaze upon yourself, do you see the lyric melodies that I do? Do you listen and hear the poemed phrases that float from your sweet mouth? Have you felt the tingled threads fluttering in me when your hand touches mine? Have you seen the carousel of life stop when you hold the ring of my heart?
Yes, no, no, yes, no. And you have 3 brothers and sisters. Here's a little something called Commercial Recording Corporation. We'll be hearing the cut United States Senator. Here we go, United States Senator. Play it, boys.
Vote for the man who will work for you. For U.S. Senator, vote for the man who knows what to do. For U.S. Senator.
Yeah, I'd like to be senator, but I got to get me one of them vote for me records. How much time do we have? Okay, well then let me get to the good stuff. Here we go. This is a Mr. Rogers record. It's called Come On and Wake Up as the record. And the cut we'll be listening to this evening is called I'm Angry. Here we go.
I'm angry.
I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry.
Oh, yeah, this guy's a regular Hulk Hogan, isn't he? This guy's the ultimate warrior, isn't he? He's Randy Savage, isn't he? He's Roddy Piper, this guy. Don't get this guy fired up. He's the missing link, isn't he? He's the big boss man, this guy. This guy's a regular Bobby Heenan. Don't get him.
He's angry. He's so angry.
How would you like a little puppet show, Paul?
I'm fine, thanks.
Here's something called The Passions featuring Bas Shiva. We're going to be listening to Hatred. The Passions, Bas Shiva. What it would be like if she got into a fight with Fred Rogers. What the hell would that be like?
I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry.
Okay. My record collection. We have to do a commercial. We'll be right back with our friend Dennis Miller. Come on back, folks. You know, because we're talking about Michael Jackson and music and pop culture and so forth, I thought today would be a great day to bring in some of my own record collection, and we'll share them with you folks at home there. A little something we call Dave's Record Collection. Here, for example, let's do this first one right here. This is Carol Channing. This is one I've had for years and years. This is Carol singing the Winnie the Pooh songbook. And we're going to be hearing something called The More It Snows. Carol Channing, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this, Carol.
Cha-ra-la-la, 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 rum-tum, cheedle-lum, cheedle-liddle, 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 rum-tum, cheedle-lum.
I think the key word there is rum. Here we have something called Smokey Bear with Ranger Hal, and we're going to be listening to Clear the Great Highway. Here we go, Smokey the Bear with Ranger Hal.
I'm elected to be connected around the USA. I'm just waiting.
You know that Roger Clinton is not a bad singer. Here is William Shatner live, and we're listening. I don't know. What does that mean exactly?
People feel there's something good in store when they see it.
William Shatner live, and we'll be listening to A Mental Journey Through Space. William Shatner, ladies and gentlemen.
Let your mind float into the solar system. Look at the planets wheeling around the sun. Now let go of the solar system.
Okay. Bill, perhaps your toupee is a little tight? Well, you were wrong, Paul.
Well, that went them all.
Here we have Elizabeth II, the woman and the queen. This is Prince Charles now talking about his mother. Here we go, Elizabeth II.
The queen has a marvelous sense of humor.
Oh, yeah, that little practical joke she pulled with a lighter out at Windsor Castle was hilarious. This is Actual Business Letters, and we'll be listening to a cut called Pie Truck. Here we go, Actual Business Letters.
In addition, we have a witness who will testify that the pie truck was driving somewhat over the speed limit of 35 miles per hour set for the boulevard.
Of course he was speeding. People love their pies hot. Sounds of the Sea, Volume 1. We're listening to The Sea Robin. You know, I think I might have heard a C. Robin in the men's room earlier today. Here's something called The Joy of Wine, and it's narrated by wine expert Mr. Victor. Here we go, The Joy of Wine.
Wine simply enhances everything.
All right.
Food, company, romance, ship launching, romance.
Yeah. I love great wine, especially this Batman wine they're featuring on the cover there. Boy, man, a lot of that old Batman wine it's tasty wine. Here we have Wilford Brimley. It's called I'm Old Fashioned. We'll be listening to It Had to Be You, Wilford Brimley.
Someday, some way, you'll come and say, it's you I need, but you'd be pleading.
All right, Wilford, do me a favor. Stop singing. It's the right thing to do. So you want to improve your speech by Jocelyn Engel. In this section, Jocelyn teaches us how to pronounce vowels. Here we go. Improving your speech with Jocelyn Engel.
Catches crabs instead of catches crabs. Catches crabs.
All right, Jocelyn, if you're having a problem with crabs, try some ointment, not ointment. It's ointment, not ointment. I've never been more proud. This is Commercial Recording Corporation General Commercials Jingles. Here we go, Waffle Shop.
Wonderful waffles, tender and light. Golden waffles baked just right.
Okay, oddly enough, that used to be the theme song for the Oprah Winfrey Show. I don't know if like we have to worry about Oprah. She has all the money. Ooh, don't hurt Oprah's feelings. Well, she's got $4 billion in her checking account. Here's something from Fred Rogers, Won't You Be My Neighbor? Mr. Rogers, we're hearing a song about marriage from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Here we go.
One day I said I'm really going to marry, really going to marry, really going to marry. One day I said I'm really going to marry, really going to marry my mom.
That's right, really going to marry my mom. You get the feeling he's sitting there singing to a skeleton wearing a wig. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, Lesbian Concentrate, a lesbian anthology of songs and poems. We'll be listening to Leapin' Lesbians. Here we go.
Here come the lesbians. Here come the leaping lesbians. We're gonna please and tease you.
Get ready, Paul.
Tight and squeeze you. We're gonna get you in.
Nice to know the Army finally got rid of that Be All You Can Be theme song, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, we have to pause for a commercial this evening. Christian Slater will join us. Please come on back to the program. Thanks for being here.